Hey guys, it's Jewelyn and here's Evie. Welcome back to our channel and welcome to another plant haul, which I'm super stoked to be sharing with you guys. I just got back from the Rose Bowl at Pasadena and it's a big flea market. It is the second Sunday of the month, every month, and I haven't been here in Los Angeles on a second Sunday of the month in 11 months. So the last time I did come with me video where I brought you along to the Rose Bowl flea market was back in May of 2017. I got my grandma to come with me. If you guys are interested in seeing that video, go ahead and just scroll down my videos, you'll see it there. So today I want to just focus about everything that I picked up today plant related. So I got a bunch of plants. I have over 10 of them with me and I don't know what happened, but I just kind of I lost control of myself and I just bought everything I wanted to. Ebby's really crazy because she's been home all day and she's ready to go to the beach. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this haul really quickly and then we're gonna head out there and let her get some energy out of her system because she's just been so good with me this week, staying home all weekend. The weather's been really crappy. My patio is like soaked and wet because it rained all weekend, which is nice for my plants because I brought a bunch of them out here to get some rain. Okay, so let's sit down and talk all things plants. I have a whole bunch of plants in front of me. They're pretty much covering my Tiffany blue table and that's kind of scary because it was just one visit to the Rose Bowl flea market and I got one plant from the plant nursery very near to the Rose Bowl flea market and they are just covering my Tiffany blue table. Super excited to add these to my collection because I do not have them and I'm so excited to sit down and talk all things plants with you guys on my only day off here in California. So I want to talk about the first three that I got. These are the smallest one out of all of them and it looks like this. So this particular booth had a special. If you bought 6 of these you could get it for $8. So my friend and I, my coworker, she came with me, we got the deal together. So for these 3 I ended up paying $4 for the 3 of these, which I think is a pretty good deal. Now this one here I don't have, and this one in my collection. I think she said this was like a ruby necklace or something like that. I'm not sure. I did see this, guys, at the plant nursery I visited today, and it trails beautiful with white flowers. So I can't wait to see the blooms on these. And I do not have this. I don't think I've ever seen this variation before in a succulent. So let me know down in the comments below if you have this plant and how long have you had it. And how much did you buy it for? I'd be really interested. But I haven't seen this guy before up until today in Pasadena. So that makes me happy. And then something that I do have in my collection is a string of pearls. I almost feel like you can never have too many string of pearls or string of bananas. I just love anything draping down in a nice trail. And I have a cutting of a... Yeah, I do have a cutting of a string of pearls, but I wanted another one because pretty much everything on the table that was for this particular special with this size planter, I had them all. So I was like, you know what, I'll just get another string of pearls. That's fine. And then this Echeveria here, I don't have, so why not get this one? And I love it because why? It is fuzzy. So that was really cool that I got these 3 for $4. That just breaks it down to $1 something each, which is pretty reasonable, I want to say, in price. Now moving along to the next set of 3 that I got from this really cool vendor. I'll go ahead and I'll share a picture of what the plant seller looks like and what his stall looks like. He was super cool. We did like some plant talk and that makes me super happy. He had this amazing huge cactus piece that I wanted, but I didn't want to spend $45 on it, which is kind of funny because I ended up spending more than $45 with all of these plants. But then again, I have a bunch of them for $45, right? So this guy had a bunch of cool agaves. Now, I only have one agave in my collection randomly. I do not know why. I think because agaves are on the fairly expensive side. I never see them as a baby. So I got 3 of them and they're all the same size. Originally, he was going to sell it to me for $5 a piece and then I swindled my way to have him sell it to me for $4 a piece. So this is what they look like all next to each other, side by side. I don't have any of these and that makes me super happy because I love agaves. I just can't see myself spending a lot of money on them if they're an adult plant. This one is super cool. If you look here, there's a little puppy here and I love how this kind of looks like a Haworthia when it's small, but you can tell that it's an agave, guys, by these sharp little pokies here at the end. So This was very hard to carry around with me at the flea market because I couldn't have it like touch me at all, because if you take a look at here, they have just little small pokies at the end of it. So this is going to be fun replanting them. And then here's the other one here. So this kind of has like the watermelon vibe to it. This has like the carousel vibe to it, which I think is super cool, variegated. This has a watermelon vibe to it. And then this one, I don't know, it's just, I don't have anything like this, and it almost just looks like artwork on it. It's super cool. So I'm hoping that I can find 3 white planters and they can just be all side by side in a little family. I think that is super cute. Moving along to the next vendor. So this one, she had a special. It was 4 plants for $10. So it ended up being $2.50 a piece. My friend got 3, and then she got me this one here. So this is the stick on fire, or fire sticks. This is a really popular plant you see in people's yards here in California. I do not have this, and I figured, why not? So she ended up getting this for me. So thank you, Kat, if you're watching this video. I do not have this plant, and I think it's gonna look so rad in a white planter, so we'll see. I know this is super easy to propagate, so I'm kind of interested to see how big it's going to get in the next few months. And then who knows, maybe I might propagate them. But you guys already know I don't really like cutting my plants apart unless it accidentally falls off. Then I'll go ahead and propagate it, because I just love the fullness of each plant. And I think like after working so hard with its trilling, I just don't want to cut it up. I'm going to talk about the other plant that I got from the same vendor as the fire stick. So we did get the 4 for $10. Kat got 3. She got me this one here. And then when we went back at the end of the day to go and pick up the plants on our way out, I seen one piece which I didn't see, and it was priced for $6, which I thought was cheap. But I was like, you know what? Let's try to like swindle my way of trying to save some money here. So her sale was, if you buy 2, you get it for 10. But I only wanted 1, and I told her, look, we already bought 4 plants. We came back to pick them up. And are you willing to give this to me for 5 instead of 6? Because I don't want 2. I just want this one. And she was like, yes. So I ended up getting it for $5. Let me know down in the comments below what variation this is. This was a bitch to carry around, because look at these little pokies here. It's crazy, right? And I don't know how I'm gonna transplant this. Kat told me she wrapped her cactus in towels when she transplant them. I may just go ahead and just snip this whole sides down and then pull it out this way and put it in a planter. I think that's the best way to do it when it comes to big spiny pieces like this. I do not want to get poked. I already got poked twice today just handling him. But guys, I got this for $5, which I think is a deal. Can you see like how tall it is, like compared to my arm? It's a really big piece. So I'm super excited that I got that for a deal. And then if you look here on the bottom, guys, there's like a little cutting here that was just laying on the dirt. So I'm gonna just propagate that. It kind of has like the teddy bear chola vibe to it. I don't know if it's like a variation off of that, but I do not have this particular piece in my collection. So when I seen it for 6, asked for 5, and she said yes, I was like, I'll take it. I wasn't expecting to get more plants because we were already on our way out, but that's how it ended up working, and I can't get mad at a $5 piece this big. The first vendor, guys, that I stopped at, and I'm so like, I love this guy. He had such cool plants, and he also has a stand at the Santa Monica Airport flea market, which is at the end of the month. So maybe I might go down there and check out his plants maybe in the future if I'm ever here at the end of the month. So I got 4 hanging plants. And then my friend Kat, she got 1 hanging plant and she gave me cuttings. So thank you, Kat, for doing that. Now, let's go ahead and talk about them because they're just so cute. They are just hugging each other, and I do not want to have anybody break apart here. All right, so come on, guys. Okay. Let's talk about this guy here. So this is a very interesting plant. I do not have this one. Let me know down in the comments below if you have this. This is called the candy corn. This is what the plant seller told me. He said this is a candy corn. It almost has like a goldfish or like a lipstick plant vibe to it. I love it because of the shiny foliages. You see that? Like how glossy it is. It's a very hardy plant. And then if you look behind, it has like a mauve green ombre to it. I just love the dimension of the plant. I love the fact that it's shiny and trailing. And there's so many growth here. Like take a look from this point of view. I absolutely love it. Such a cool plant. I think I bought this one for $10, I want to say, which I think is a good deal. I never see hanging plants in California for $10. They're usually around $20 and up. So when I seen this, I was like, you know what? I love it. I love the shiny vibe to it, the ombre behind the leaves, and it's just such a rad plant. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have this and how long have you had it. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like in a year. And then we'll see how I replot this because as you guys know, I don't have a lot of hanging space. I might put it next to my silver satin pothos, which is behind me, hanging above my kitchen sink, but we'll see. I only have that one window and I really don't want to block it all with plants because then I won't have natural light coming inside the home for my plants by my bed, etc., etc. So such a cool plant. This is a very large piece here, $10. I couldn't get mad at that. So he told me that this is a peperomia, and guys, as soon as he said peperomia, I didn't think twice. I was like, I don't have this peperomia. I collect peperomias. I'm getting it. I just love that it's a peperomia, of course, and that it is variegated. And the third thing I like about this plant, guys, is that it's trailing. So it's trailing. It's a peperomia. It's variegated. Those are all the things that I enjoy about having plants. And this kind of has like almost a Hoya vibe to it. Let me know, what do you guys think? Look at the top point of view. So this cost me $7. $7 for this plant, and I think that was a really good deal. I never see this peperomia anywhere, so when I seen it, I couldn't pass it up for $7. Variegated, trailing, and it's absolutely beautiful. So can't wait to see how full this gets. And also too, guys, I'm also interested to see how I'm going to replant these. Am I going to find planters to hang them somewhere else in my home, which probably won't happen. And if I do put them in a white planter, I want to see what type of style planter I end up choosing. So that's going to be interesting because right now I don't have much available planters on my potting bench, so we'll see. But I'm in love with this peperomia and everything about it, and this is definitely me in a plant. It kind of also has the same colors as my Marble Queen pothos, so that's cool, right? Guys, we are down to the last two. But before I go ahead and talk about the last two, I want to give a shout out to my friend Kat, my coworker. She's also a Pilates instructor, and she recently moved down from Florida, so she's very new to Southern California, and she's also into plants too. So she got a wandering Jew, and she gave me some cuttings, so I'm super excited about that. I've always wanted to get the wandering Jew, and I still can because it's very affordable in Las Vegas, but I was waiting to get like other pothos and stuff like that. So anyway, if I can go ahead and find this one in pink, I'd be super excited because that is a very rare wandering Jew. But for now, I want to say thanks, Kat, for the cuttings. Super excited to plant this. I did pull them out from the edge of the planter, so there's tons of roots here, but I do want it a little bit more water rooty, if that is a word, before I go ahead and transplant it. So we'll see what this looks like in a couple weeks. I have no doubt that this is going to do very well in my collection, and that was really nice that I was able to get cuttings. So this was also from the same plant seller, and also he was selling the whole thing, which was super big, for $5, which I thought was a deal. I could have picked one up because he had two more, but I didn't, and I'm kind of glad I did because I got additional plants way after that. Literally, like, this stand was the first 3-minute walk into the flea market, and that was the first stand that I went to. I ended up picking 4 plants. Like, that was just crazy how that all happened. It just happened so quick, and it was just like a rush. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys understand what I mean when I said like I had that rush. Here's another one here. This is the fish hook. Now, take a look at this. It has that string of banana vibes, right? Like, look at all of this trailing effect here, guys. It is super, super cool. I always see this on Instagram, and I've always wanted one, but randomly, I don't think I ever seen this in Las Vegas for sale. And you want to know how much I scored this one here, guys? Take a look at the top point of view. It's so plentiful here. I got this for $10. I just can't. I can't. What a deal, right? Look at this. It is like almost full grown because this plant trails longer than this. But this looks like it's been living in this planter for a while. It is full here on the top. And again, guys, when I replant this into a planter, I'm gonna just put all of them up here. And he was super nice to have everything wrapped in brown bags, easy for me to just walk out of the flea market holding them by the hooks and not getting all of these trailing part of the plant damaged. I'm gonna go ahead and just lap it over and then slowly take the plant out. So we'll see if I have any fallouts here, but just look at the trails. It is such a rad plant. Let me know down in the comments below if you have the fishhook plant. I absolutely love any type of draping plant, and I can't wait. Maybe I might go ahead and put this next to my string of bananas. I think that'd be super cute. Yay! What a great find, right? Are you guys ready for the last plant in today's plant haul from the Rose Bowl Flea Market? This is a cool one, and I haven't seen this fern up until today. A rabbit's foot fern, guys. Take a look at this. It's like Halloween vibes. Like, it almost looks like spider legs to me, but they call this the rabbit foot fern. I love ferns, and I think when my grandma sees this, she's probably gonna fall in love with this plant too, minus the scary spider legs. It almost looks like a spider's living underneath there, or it got smashed in the planter. But I love how full this is. I've never seen a rabbit foot fern below. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys ever seen one of these ferns in person, because I haven't. And it was interesting because I also seen it at the plant nursery that I visited very near the flea market right after. They had this too. So I got this, guys, for $10, which I think is a really good deal. I love ferns. This one is nice and full, and I can't wait to see how I'm gonna style this in my collection. And one last thing, guys, I want to talk about before I wrap up this video is one plant. Now I was gonna do this plant in a separate haul, but I only got one plant, and I didn't want to make that a really short video just talking about one plant for my plant haul, so I'm gonna add it to this. So that concludes all of the plants that I picked up at the Rose Bowl Flea Market, but I want to go ahead and include one plant that I did pick up very near the Rose Bowl Flea Market, which I also did a come with me video separate from the Rose Bowl Flea Market. And it was super cool. It was really expensive though, guys. I'm really glad that I was able to go to that plant nursery because Pasadena is 25 to 30 miles south of me, so very far. I never go out there. So I knew when I was going to go to Pasadena to the flea market, I had to stop by a plant nursery. So this one was 1 mile away. Super cool plant nursery, but very expensive. This is the only plant I got, guys. I wanted to get a couple more ferns, but they were all priced for $7, and I thought that was very expensive for such a small planter. So this one was $7, and do you guys recognize this plant? So immediately when I see this, I gravitated towards this. This is just like the bird's nest fern, but it has a fishtail. So I quickly looked it up on the internet, and sure enough, it is called the fishtail bird's nest fern. Unbelievable, guys. Look at it. It's so cool. Do you guys know, if you watch my video and my channels, that the bird's nest fern is one of my top 10 plants, I believe. It's just an absolutely beautiful plants. I'm in love with ferns, and now with all of these ferns that I picked up today, I'm definitely gonna have to do a fern collection video, including my peperomia. So stay tuned for all of that. But I wanted to go ahead and include this one because I didn't want to do one separate plant haul video for one plant. So you can consider this a collective Pasadena haul, which 99% of the plants were coming from the flea market. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys go to your local flea markets. Do you guys like to plant shop there? Do you find that shopping at flea markets are cheaper or more expensive? Now, the one guy that I picked up the house plants from, he told me that his space rental was over $100 to set up shop there. And then the one that he goes to in Santa Monica was $200 something. So how lucrative is it? Do you guys make money off of it? Because I would love to go ahead and sell plants on the weekends at local flea markets. I think that's really cool to just chop it up and talk all things plants with the people in your community. I think that'd be really cool. So maybe eventually I might go ahead and set up a little stand at my local flea market. But yeah, I just was kind of surprised how expensive the rent is, and you know, how many plants do you have to sell in order to make that money back and then start making profit? But his shop was so beautiful, his little stand that he had, all these beautiful big pieces. But I was really surprised how reasonable his hanging plants were, and that's why I picked up so many. And just in general, all the plants that I got at the flea market was really like inexpensive, very reasonable in price. But this, guys, this one plant that I got at the plant nursery was $7 and some change, which I think is very expensive. But why did I buy it? Because I've never seen a bird's nest, fishtail bird's nest fern ever in person. Is my first time, so I couldn't pass it up. And it almost has, like, you know, the spider plant that's curly, it kind of gives me that vibe, right? But it's a super cute plant, and I can't wait to put this in a little planter, and I can't wait to see it large like my big one that I do have. So that is going to wrap up the video. I know it was a lot, right? But I'm super excited about all of the plants that I got. So you know what that means. Stay tuned for an upcoming Planting with Jewelyn episode. Hopefully I'll be able to find planters or maybe shift people around here, or not people, babies around here that might be able to suit better for these new babies, because that's kind of what I do when I get a new batch of plants, which is every week. I like to see what looks good in certain planters, and I may do some shifting, or who knows, I might go ahead and do a planter haul video soon if I stop by a store today. Who knows? I don't know, but I do know that I do not want them sitting in these planters for a very long time. I like to have them in a beautiful ceramic planter and styled in my home or out here on my patio. But guys, I'm super excited that today's my day off. I did so many things that I love, which is all things plants, going to the flea market, thrifting. So I'll go ahead and also do a separate video about the things that I got at the Roseville flea market that are not plant related. I got 2 jackets and a pair of flats, which I'm super stoked about, but we'll discuss that in a separate video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this plant haul collective featuring all of the plants that I picked up in Pasadena today. If you guys are interested in seeing how I plant them, then stay tuned for another Planting with Jewelyn episode in the near future. You can find more on my blog at ilovejewelyn.blogspot.com. Until next time, I'll see you guys later, and we are heading to the beach. Aloha. Bye.